Good morning, children, and welcome to the class. This is class 6th, subject social science, chapter number 2, history. On the trail of the earliest people, the name of the chapter, and this is our lecture number 2 of this chapter. As in lecture number 1, we had already covered some of the topics like hunter-gatherers. Why were the hunter-gatherers moving from one place to another? And the stone tools they used, and what was the use of those stone tools in their lives, and then the techniques of making stone tools. That we had covered in the previous lecture. Now some more topics we will take in today's lecture from this chapter. And the topics: discovery of fire. We will learn here in this chapter how fire was discovered by earliest people, and it was really a great discovery of human history. The uses of fire in the earliest time. The fire that was discovered, how did the earliest people were using that fire? Division of stone age and change in environment. Painting of earliest time, means what type of paintings were they doing. Now let's start the topics one by one. Discovery of fire. It was probably an accidental discovery. While rubbing two pieces of stones, sparks must have been produced. These sparks created fire. It means the discovery of fire was just the accidental discovery. And when they were rubbing two pieces of stone, the sparks would have been appeared there, and those sparks they created fire. So how will we define the discovery of fire? It was an accidental discovery. While rubbing two pieces of stones, the sparks must have been produced there, or sparks must have been created, and those sparks they made fire. Yeah, those sparks you can say created fire. So this was the discovery of fire. Now uses of fire in earliest time. Fire could have been used to scare wild animals. The wild animals, they are scared of light. So to scare wild animals, to keep them away from their settlements, they used fire. To cook meat. Before the discovery of fire, they were just eating the material in raw condition, and after the discovery of fire they started roasting their meat. So to cook meat they used fire. To keep them warm in winter season, and they started using the fire for keeping them warm in winter season to provide light, and they were using that fire as a source of light also. So these were some of the uses of the fire in earliest time. Now the next topic is division of stone age. The stone age that is divided into three parts: Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic age. If we talk about Paleolithic age, it is Greek word, and its meaning is paleo means old and lithic means stone, means old stone age. That is Paleolithic age. Mesolithic age, that is middle stone age. Neolithic, neo that refers to new. So these are the three parts of stone age. According to the time period, we will learn about all these three stone ages. So the stone age that is divided into three parts: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic. The first one is Paleolithic. Paleolithic age, it was from 2 million years to 12,000 years ago. It means the time period of Old Stone Age or Paleolithic age was 2 million years to 12,000 years ago. And it had three parts, means Old Stone Age that was further divided into three parts: lower, middle upper. And the amazing thing that long time, as we discussed, that it was from 2 million years to 12,000 years ago. So it is really the long time period. So it covers 99% of stone age. So Paleolithic age, it covers 99% of stone age. Fire was discovered in this period. And one more thing about this, Paleolithic age or the old stone age, the fire was discovered during this period. If we talk about the sites, means the places where different people were living. So sites were those were discovered by some archaeologists. The Paleolithic sites, basically they are defined there in the chapter Hasgi, Kurnool, Bhimbetka. Because here in this chapter basically we are talking about the people near about 2 million years ago. So here we are talking about Paleolithic age. So Paleolithic sites are described here in the chapter Hasgi, Kurnool and Bhimbetka. And these sites, they were really helpful for the archaeologists to find out about the past. So Hasgi, if we talk about at present, it is in Karnataka. Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh, Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh. So these three sites, those are given there in the chapter. They are Paleolithic sites. So Paleolithic is, that is old stone age, and the time period it is covering, it was from 2 million years to 12,000 years ago, and it covers 99% of the stone age. Now the middle stone age or Mesolithic age, it was from 12,000 years to 10,000 years ago. The time period of Mesolithic age, it was 12,000 years to 10,000 years. And during this time period, environment became little warmer. If we talk about the main thing about this period, the environment became little warmer. Due to that, grassland started growing. Due to the warmth there in the environment, the grasslands developed, and due to the grasslands, then different animals, they started roaming there, and the earliest people, they started learning about those animals, and that really changed their life. That we will discuss in later chapters also, and one of the topics in today's lecture also. So the main thing about Mesolithic, environment became little warmer. The tools of this period were tiny. They were known as microliths. In Paleolithic age, basically the people, they did not know about any of the technique. The very later period, they started learning the technique of making stone tool. Earlier in the starting, they were using just as it is the stones those they were finding. But at the time of Mesolithic age, the stone tools they were using, they were tiny, means small. They were known as microliths. Micro means small, liths, stone. So very small, the stone tools they started using at the time of Mesolithic age. Even the microliths, they were probably stuck on the handles even. Means some of the microliths, some of the stone tools were having handles. So this was all about the Mesolithic age. The next is Neolithic age. Neolithic age, its time period was after 10,000 years ago. Means after 10,000 years ago, it was the time for Neolithic age. They started growing crops, as we have done in Mesolithic period, that the environment got changed. It became warmer, and due to that the grasslands developed, and as grassland developed, then later on some of the grain plants, they also started growing naturally. And the people, earliest people, they learnt that how these plants are growing, and they started learning all those processes. After learning that, they started growing their own crops. It was just happened naturally. They also started living settled life. If we talk about Neolithic age, in later chapters also we will be covering that when they started growing crops, at that time they were not hunter-gatherers, they became farmers. Means from hunting to farming, the life was changed. So they started living settled life, means they started living the life on the same place. As they started growing crops, so they needed to take care of those crops that they were growing. So for that purpose, they started living a settled life. They started living on the same place, and they started taking the care of the different crops that they started growing. So that was all about the Neolithic age. Now the next topic is change in environment. As we discussed, near about 12,000 years ago, the climate got changed. The climate of the world, it was changed. It became relatively warmer. So there was major change in the climate of the world, and due to that one, new grasslands developed in the surrounding. The earliest people, they were just looking on those grasslands, and different plants those were growing in their surrounding. Number of animals like deer, goat, sheep, etc. were increased due to the grassland increase. So these all animals, those were dependent on grasslands, the number of these animals, deer, goat, sheep, cattle, etc., they increased. And as they increased the number of these animals, so firstly the earliest people, they started learning about their food habits, and they saw that these animals were really gentle. They were not harming them. So they started learning about their food habits, and they started learning about their breeding period even. So in this way, they started rearing the animals. Means this was the journey from hunting to rearing animals. They started rearing the animals. So this was the effect of change in environment. And as we discussed that after this, when they saw that some crops, some grain grass developed naturally there in their surrounding, they learnt about that and they started growing crops also. Painting of earliest time. If we talk about the paintings, they did not have any knowledge of painting or the colors. Basically for painting, they were using the natural things like charcoal. So here only a few examples are given. Some of the paintings of this time were found in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. These paintings were of wild animals. As they were very close to the animals, so they were painting the pictures of wild animals on the walls of caves where they used to live. So there on the walls of caves, they were drawing the pictures of wild animals, and the paintings were having great accuracy. Whatever the paintings they were having, they were drawing, they were having the great accuracy in those paintings. So this was all about the paintings of earliest time. So we had discussed in this lecture about discovery of fire. Then how were they using the fire in earliest time? Then we have done the Stone Age, the complete from 2 million years to 12,000 years. It was Old Stone Age. Paleolithic Age. Then Mesolithic, it was from 12,000 to 10,000 years ago. And after 10,000 years ago, it was Neolithic Age. So this was all about the different ages of Stone Age. Then we have done about the environmental change, and due to the environmental change, the people of that time, they started rearing animals. And in later chapters, we will be covering how they started growing the crops also. So that's it for today. Now it's time for homework. Do the following questions. How did the early men discover fire? So the first question, how did the early men discover fire? You will write its answer and list 3 ways in which hunter-gatherers used fire. So firstly you will write how it was discovered, then the 3 ways as hunter-gatherers used fire. Second is write the names of 3 stone ages. And the third is what do you mean by microliths? These very simple questions you will do and you will do there in your fair register. Now it's turn for the homework solution of lecture number 1. As some questions were assigned to you, there were first one, why did hunter-gatherers travel from one place to another? Hunter-gatherers traveled from one place to another due to some reasons, due to following reasons. They moved from place to place in search of food. As we talked in the lecture, if they would have been living on the same place, so resources would have been exhausted or finished, and for that reason they had to move from one place to another. They followed the animals as they were hunters, so for hunting they were following different animals. That's why they moved from one place to another. They moved in search of plants and trees for fruits, as different fruits they are having different ripening period. So according to their seasonal time, they were moving from one place to another. They moved in search of water. They also traveled to meet their relatives also. And the second question it was, list 2 techniques that were used to make stone tools. 2 techniques that were used to make stone tools. The first one, stone on stone. One stone used as hammer on other. It means one stone they held there in one hand and the another stone was used as hammer to give shape to the stone that was used for making tool. Second, pressure flaking, in which core stone means from which the tool was prepared, that was placed on a firm surface, and hammer stone was used to remove flakes. Means there on the bottom also the hard surface was present and one hammer on the upper side, so pressure was there from both the side, and from due to that pressure they were flaking, they were removing the extra parts from the core stone for making tool. So this was pressure flaking technique. The third question, how were stone tools used in the past? Means how were the earliest people using the stone tools? Stone tools were used to cut meat, to scrape bark from trees, to chop fruits and roots, to hunt animals, to dig the ground. That's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.